So many of you may or may not remember my original plan for 2.5 before the kits got leaked, which was 80% pull likelihood, pull Feixiao, and pull Ling Sha for Firefly Sustain. And option 2, with 20% pull likelihood, was go for a dot team, basically Black Swan, Rayron, Acheron, and Kafka, so I could have 2 teams of being Acheron and dot. And then 3 was save for E2 Acheron. But everything has changed, okay? 2.5 leaks change everything. So this is the updated thing. I am currently at 30 pity for the character banner, and I am guaranteed because I lost my 50-50 on Ruan Mei. And for the light cone banner, I'm also at 30 pity. So 30 pity both banners, with the character 1 being guaranteed. So option 1 now is Feixiao, nothing's changed, but we now know Feixiao's kit. So she wants 6 stacks of Flying Aureus to use her ult, and you get 1 stack of Flying Aureus for every 2 attacks your team does. So she wants to be paired with another 1 or 2 allies that are also follow-up. And from the leaks I've seen, Moze with the right Eidolons will end up being a very good follow-up partner for Feixiao. I mean, Feixiao is literally in his fucking splash art. Like, she's literally in the background of his splash art, so no one's surprised. Moze is gonna end up being decent with Feixiao. And March 7th also, I believe, buffs crit, break, and speed for whoever she's like supporting or following up on. I don't have Topaz, so I can't use Topaz for this team. So I'm planning on running Feixiao, March 7th, Moze with Ling Sha. Everyone on that team does follow up, by the way, so it is the most broken thing ever. Like, you're probably going to be getting your ult twice at least every cycle, right? And then Ling Sha for Feixiao team. Now you'll realize I changed this. Before it was Ling Sha for Firefly team. Now it's Ling Sha for Feixiao team. The reason I changed my mind is, as I said before, we now know Feixiao needs these Aureus points in order to use her ult, and it's dependent on attacks. So I'm assuming, right, follow-up attacks are most likely gonna count towards this. Meaning you want Ling Sha on your Feixiao team so that you can build stacks that much faster, right? Now option 2, which is unlikely as you see here, gamble and see if I can get E2 S1 Feixiao. Feixiao E2 makes getting stacks up way easier, and then wait for a Venturine rerun to use him as a sustain with her. Now the reason why I'm even considering this is because her E2, no troll, no nothing, quite literally changes everything, right? Usually, you would want your allies to do 2 hits to gain 1 stack of Flying Aureus. And remember, you need 6 stacks to do your ult, which means 12 attacks total. But her E2 makes it so that she or your allies on your team only need to hit once to gain a stack of Flying Aureus. So you see why this is so broken. Basically, she can cast her ult twice as fast with her E2 now. And it literally changes everything. Think about it. With 4 follow-up characters on your team, if you get a stack each time a follow-up or a character hits, bro, you're gonna have your ult up like 3 to 4 times a cycle, because holy shit, bro, like 4 follow-ups on a team in a cycle is easily doing like 10 plus attacks at least, right? Most likely way more than that. So E2 Feixiao is looking incredibly broken. Like, not even just a bit, just incredibly broken. She straight up just gets her ult twice as often, right? Or twice as fast, however you want to say it. And then Aventurine's rerun, yes, I know this is actually worse technically, because Aventurine wants to get hit and he's not necessarily like a complete follow-up attacker like Ling Sha, but he's still useful, okay? He'd still work here because he has follow-up. So this is like an all-out gamble where I just use Gallagher for my Firefly, I skip Ling Sha, I go all in on a Feixiao, and hope I don't lose a 50-50, because if I lose even one 50-50, this all goes to shit, right? And that's the plan, boys. That's the plan, right? So this is the most likely, which is Feixiao, March, Mose, and Ling Sha. And then Ling Sha for my Feixiao team. Gallagher stays on Firefly team. Ling Sha benefits the Feixiao team way more than she does the Firefly team. Like, I will say, Ling Sha's E1 might make you want to put her on Firefly's team. Because I believe her E1 increases like her weakness break efficiency by like 50% or something. And weakness broken enemies also get like a 15% defense ignore whenever they're weakness broken. So if you have E1 Ling Sha in specific, yeah, just slap that shit on a Firefly team and you're probably gonna just clear everything, man. It's gonna be a long time before that Firefly team gets power crept now that Ling Sha is here. But at E0, I do think Ling Sha is better for Feixiao, because the follow-ups matter a lot more for Feixiao, right? So let me know what you guys think. The more I look at this, the more I want to do it, but I'm scared, right? Because I've had shitty luck. Many of you don't know this. Prior to me winning my 50-50 on Firefly, which I then lost again for Ruan Mei afterwards, prior to that, I lost 5 50-50s in a row in HSR. 5. Yeah, that many. Okay? So I have like PTSD right now where I have zero confidence that I'll ever win a 50-50. But if I do win my 50-50s, I can get an E2 Feixiao, right? And that's what is really matter. Like, that's what really matters, right? So do I want to go all out for this broken ass DPS, or do I go for something different, right? Because here's the thing too, right? Listen close, right? I think Ling Sha, specifically in break teams, is for sure better than Aventurine. Don't get me wrong. But I think generally Aventurine is probably more universal in terms of use than Ling Sha is, since most of her buffs have to do with break. Like, almost everything in her kit is either healing and with follow-up or break. So Aventurine is significantly more useful, meaning I'm actually fine with skipping Ling Sha, right? Because I can just use Aventurine on this team whenever he gets his rerun. It's gonna be soon. Boys, it's gonna be soon, trust me. We just got Sparkle's rerun, and Aventurine literally came right after Sparkle for their first banners, right? So he's probably gonna come in the next patch as a rerun, or the patch after that, which is what I hope, because otherwise I won't be able to get him. But that's my plan right now, and the more I'm looking at this, I'm gonna switch it to likely, because I'm realizing more and more I simply don't need Ling Sha. Like, she isn't a must pull, to me at least, right? But Feixiao, I want this character purely for design. I know she's gonna be broken as shit, but even if she wasn't, her design alone makes me want to pull for her. So E2 Feixiao with a Firefly team in this game would be so broken. Yeah, guys, oh my boys, don't call me crazy, but I think in the middle of this video it's kind of 50-50 for me now, because I'm realizing the value of Ling Sha drops significantly once you get an E2 Feixiao, since she gets stacks each time a character only hits once, meaning you don't really take that much of a hit by not having Ling Sha on your team. So let me know what you guys think. Help me out here. Help me out. Do I go for an E2 Feixiao? I will have the pulls, by the way. 200 pulls by 2.5 with 60 pity on both the light cone and the character banner. And as you know, with some of the extra wish currency we get from using these pulls, it's more like 210, 220, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm currently 50-50 on this now. I don't know whether to play it safe and just go for E0 Feixiao and E0 Ling Sha, or do I gamble and see if I can get an E2 Feixiao? Because if we're talking about future proof, right, I think E2 Feixiao would be very future proof. I'm not gonna lie. I think E2 of any of like these crazy DPSs like Acheron, Firefly, Feixiao are all highly future proof. So I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.